What is Kraken, everybody, and welcome to episode 247 of the Good Kraken podcast. I'm one of your hosts today, Ernell Pearson, alongside the inevitable one, Brevin Devin, the dude. What's happening, dog?
Hey, what's up? I'm just
Hey.
drinking coffee. I set up some new little lights
You
today.
got your lights set up, yeah, on top
Yeah,
with your guitar gear. I like it. The guitars you never
yeah.
actually play, yeah.
Never.
It looks good.
I don't have a complex pedal board that uses a modeler
Yep,
just to never
100%,
play
yeah.
it.
It's green screen. It's green screen, dude. Like we went over
it's
this.
all
Yeah,
green screen. Yeah.
I got my chai. I got chai on deck, so I feel.
You got chai? You got chai? I am drinking some pumpkin spice coffee myself.
Ooh, in the Winterhawks cup. I like that for you, dog. Devin, how has your week been, my friend?
Hectic, but not in a bad way. Just very busy.
Just busy. Yeah,
But,
adult life.
Yeah. I decided to go back to an old company that I used to work for because the terms were what I was looking for. And yeah, honestly, can't really complain. Getting settled in at the house still. I'm looking at a stack of boxes about yay high.
Yeah.
Probably about 12 boxes over there.
Okay.
That I still,
okay.
like generic, like size, regular boxes,
Yeah,
not
right.
huge.
Moving boxes for sure.
Just shit I still need to go through. Just there's like a few boxes of just physical games that I don't know where to put yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like debating if I want to get some new sort of like shelving system to go around this, since my whole amp situation isn't super big.
Yeah.
And just kind of like put them around.
So
yeah.
where's your door at relative to everything?
It's over there. So
Right
like
there,
where the
okay.
guitar is, right there, the end of the guitars, the door opens up to that.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good question.
And then I have all of this right here.
Yeah. Well, you got that
Yeah.
shelving unit behind you there with your chromatic tuner on it. You could trade that out for some sort of like game shelf that you could still put the tuner on.
Well, that tuner is that's not even a tuner. That's a Boss S2. It's a
Oh,
noise
okay.
suppressor.
Yeah.
That's just there because it's not being used on my pedal board at all anymore.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you could trade it out with that shelf and still keep your
Yeah.
cases like between that and the wall.
Yeah, those will be cycling. Those will be moving all the time. That's just where they go right now.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, just some ideas, you know what I mean? Like, gotta put some stuff out there.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just not have the games in visual. I mean, all your game shit on that other shelf on the other side looks great.
Yeah. You can't see it because it's blurred out, but that's a copy of Final Fantasy VII PS1.
Very nice.
The jewel case is just all shiny.
Yeah. And then you got a Pit Boy. Is that a Pit Boy at the top, I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. Good stuff, man.
Yep. It's coming along.
I'm glad you're having a good week, my friend. At least.
What about you?
Oh, week's going okay. It's been busy with getting stuff ready for the band's like announcements that we got going for October. That and obviously it's been video games fucking galore, dude. I mean, we got Starfield, we got Mortal Kombat, we got Party Animals, we have Cyberpunk 2.0. Like it's been a fucking busy week. We had another episode of Ahsoka this week. It's
That Ahsoka episode too.
Listen, we're not talking about it yet, but like, goddamn, you know what I mean? Goddamn.
Let's just say it's been a very long time since we've had something Star Wars related. As Star Warsy as Star Wars this is.
Yeah.
That actually gets better every single goddamn episode.
Baby. I know.
Every single one.
Dude,
like it's like,
man.
it's like, oh, this is the best episode I've ever seen. Next week comes out, holy shit, this is the best episode I've ever seen.
And oh my god, that show's been extravagant. But yeah, man, it's been cool. It's been a good week. My work week was pretty clean cut, easy. So I didn't have to worry about anything there. I did. God, what was I was gonna say something. I've been playing around a lot with remote play. So I got my Elite 2 controller that I got, and then I bought the thing to like clip on it to put my phone on, right? Like kind of like what you have. And I've been trying to utilize it more to play things like Starfield on my phone. And
Oh God, Starfield must be complicated as fuck.
it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Starfield, and I don't know if it's like Starfield and Xbox Remote Play, but there's this weird sort of like blurry finish over the top of it that like like makes it feel like I'm not looking at a LED screen.
What phone are you running right now?
I have a 14 Pro.
14 Pro. Okay.
Yeah. So it's a pretty fucking good screen. But for
know what it is? You know what it is? I bet. There's film grain in the settings for the game.
There is.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I
turn it off next time you try it on like that. But I was gonna say, because I played Sea of Thieves on it, like God, a couple of years ago when they first came out with this.
Sea of Thieves look good. Sea of Thieves
just to
looks
test
good.
it. Mm-hmm. I have footage that I captured and I showed it to you. I was able to hop in with a random crew, and the latency and everything was good enough. At least for me, I mean, Ernell knows this. I usually always have really good internet.
Yeah.
Right. So like the latency was really good. I was playing on Wi-Fi. Back at the time, I was just using an Xbox One controller too.
Right.
So not even like we're talking like 3 controllers back, right?
Yeah.
For Xbox.
Right.
And it ran really good. Joined a crew, and we attacked another crew, and it was a 4-person crew, and I killed like 2 or 3 of them before I died in that video.
Yeah.
So like it plays that well, and it looked really good. I also tried it out with Gears 5, and it looked incredible.
Yeah,
I was really impressed.
It has to be film grain something, huh? I'll have to tinker around with it, because it has been a while since I've done Xbox Remote Play. When I fired up Starfield, I was like, fuck, it's been like a couple years actually. So I fired up, I was like, is this normal? I feel like this isn't normal for it to look like this. But I've been dealing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I have a strong suspicion it has something to do with the film grain and the motion blur on that.
It could be. Yeah, for sure.
But other than that, you know how big of a Bethesda fan I am, especially those types of games, Fallout, all that stuff. I mean, I have a fucking Pip-Boy right there. I have a little Skyrim helmet right here. You know, I got other shit laying around. I would never play Starfield like that personally.
Yeah, I mean, like it was
too much shit you got to read, dude.
Yeah, no, I've been doing the fucking thing. I mean, like having like this
maybe
close
if you
to
have
my
the Pro
face
Max, like the Pro Max, maybe, or like an iPad.
I do have an iPad. I haven't set it up for remote play. I don't know why I haven't done that yet, but that'd probably be a good experience actually.
You should, you should pop in your AirPods. Pop in your AirPods, just Bluetooth the controller to your iPad, set it up like kind of adjacent, like around. You know, you guys are you're having food. You know, Marilyn just wants you to sit out there with her. Doesn't even care what
exactly.
You know, you just pop a the AirPods in. You know, scrunch up to her.
And just snuggle in and just click fucking heads, dog. You know what I'm saying?
No, grab a hoodie like this. You know, just like get all cozied up and just Starfield,
just like that, like that, dude.
Oh, hey, babe. Starfield.
Exactly.
Actually, wait.
Yeah, just like that.
Oh, like this. Starfield.
Yeah, just like that, dog. Just like that, dude.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not. That's why I did it. Actually, I like got that thing so I could say like, hey, like I can still spend some time with you and like not have to isolate in a room to play video games all the fucking time. You know, that's a good secondary option. Now, Devin, that's actually not the highlight of my week though. So I want to talk about very briefly how for quite some time I have been trying to find Disney Lorcana cards. Okay? Now, if you don't know Disney's Lorcana, it is Disney's Pokemon trading card game, if you will. Disney's Magic the Gathering, if you will. And as you know, being a pretty big Magic the Gathering fan and a pretty big Disney fan, I had to fucking do this, right? I was like, I'm going to fucking do this. I'm going to find these cards. I'm going to be a big person in starting out in this and collecting cards from the beginning. Let's fucking go. Apparently, this game got the fucking reputation of being the Pokemon trading card game killer. And so now there's fucking reseller pieces of shit buying up all the Lorcana cards and reselling the fuck out of them for like astronomical fucking prices. And it's completely uplifted the economy in this trading card game before it ever really like fully took off. So it just sort of inherently fucking taken off. So there's like people buying entire displays of booster packs for this fucking card game. It's been impossible to fucking find them. And I finally found some. Devin, I have finally gotten my hands on, Jesus Christ, fucking wired headphones on some, on some Disney Lorcana cards. I have a first chapter starter deck. I got the starter deck. I got one of the starter decks. And I got one of the booster packs that came in the starter deck. And then I got an actual booster pack. So it's literally just Magic the Gathering, but with Disney characters and shit. And this booster pack, Devin, how much is a booster pack for like a Pokemon booster or Magic, would you say?
Oh, like depending on it, anywhere from like $5.99 to like $9.99,
Correct.
depending on the series.
Yeah.
Right?
This was $18. Yeah. 18 fucking dollars because of fucking resellers, man. These pieces of shit. I'm like, listen, Disney anything is made for fucking kids. We understand this shit. So if you're buying Disney shit and reselling it for an almost 200% over manufacturer's cost, you're a piece of shit. Okay, go fuck yourself.
I was gonna say maybe you should just feed into it and make yourself some money.
That's what I'm saying, dog. That's what
like booster pack $18. Let me throw this shit on eBay. $40.
I got those $40 Lorcanas, bro. I got you, dog. You need some Lorcana. You need a booster pack.
You know what
I got $70, dog. Let's go.
You know what they say. $20 is $20, man.
$20 is $20, baby. You know what I'm saying? Put that shit in my hand if that money doesn't show.
You owe me.
OEO. My jungle love.
Jungle
Goddamn,
love.
baby. This is the Good Kraken Podcast, your choice for all the nerdy video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturdays at 12. Did I forget that? 7 p.m. and Saturdays at 12 p.m. There you go.
Hey, you were on the right track.
Was it on the right track? Okay, I totally fumbled that. If you're riding this wave, you can head on over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive post-show content, and soon have early access to episodes before they go live on podcasts and video services across the digital sea.
Yarg.
If you've emptied your pockets for the latest and greatest in entertainment, that is totally fine. You can watch us record the show live right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show. If you have Amazon Prime, you also have Twitch Prime. Devin.
Prime Gaming.
We would love for you to give that to us to help keep us pushing content out for all of you that are listening or watching at home. But you can also support us by going to our YouTube channel, clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken with an exclamation mark and leaving a review there. Devin, we have some captain's orders, my good sir. Actually, just one. You guys can check out our ridiculous gameplay of party animals right now on youtube.com/Good Kraken Show. That's right. It was all of us. All of us got a chance to jump into party animals, including two of our friends, Esco Boo Boo and Morbid Curiosity, our friend Gio. And we all got a chance to dive in and just have an absurd amount of fun last night playing this fucking game.
Game is fun.
My cheeks hurt so bad by the end of that stream from smiling so goddamn much and laughing and shit. Like you probably saw my tweet about it. I have not had this much fun playing like a video game in so long since like I first picked up Fall Guys. Like this game's so good.
We need to start playing Switch games in on the podcast more.
Yeah.
Like we would have this much fun if we did shit like Mario Kart or Smash Brothers.
Oh,
or
absolutely.
Like a Smash Brothers stream would go so hard. That'd be so fun.
That would
That'd
be fun.
so fun.
That would be pretty good.
Or, like
Usually.
we should have a night where we go from like Mario Kart to Smash Brothers to like Mario Party.
Like a Mario-thon, a Mario-thon.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a me
And
marathon.
let's do an event one of these Saturdays where we just play those games with our friends for like 3 hours. Just like every hour switch game.
That'd be fun,
Let's
dude.
do it.
That'd be a good time. Jag and Chat, Cardboard King. I was so bummed. I was playing this little show last night, so I couldn't catch the stream live. Well, that's exactly why we put it up on YouTube for guys just like you, Jaggy. Guys just like you.
Yeah.
That come in here and they support us day after day and do wonderful, amazing things for us. And then sometimes miss a little bit of content. Well, that's why we put it in other places, just for you, just for you. It's also why we do things like our headlining segment. Devin, tell the people at home what we're doing next.
Well, you see, as one Greg Miller stole my phrasing from me about a month or two ago, the same message goes to him and crew, even though I love them. But you better protect your neck, because we're in the gallows.
The gallows.
Baby.
Today, for the gallows, Devin, we are talking top 10 Nicolas Cage movies. Oh, fuck. This is what we're fucking doing today, dog. So we are doing our top 10 ranked Nicolas Cage movies. So each of us are going to lay down 5, Devin. We're going to lay down 5 movies that we think each of us individually are the top fucking tier Nicolas Cage experiences that one could possibly have. Now, here's the dealio. There's a plethora of Nicolas Cage movies. There's a fucking lot, come to find out. And there's a lot of options here. Not all of them are fucking good. We understand that. We might not even say that there's a perfect top 10, if you will, because some of these movies, I'm sure that we'll be putting in top 10, are potentially controversial. But we will certainly be doing it anyways. Now, to make sure that you guys at home understand, we have agreed wholeheartedly that we are not going to be doing movies that Nicolas Cage is like in, but not like in. You know what I mean? Like ones that he's not sort of the main person moving the plot along. So we're not going to be counting Nicolas Cage's role as Spider-Noir in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. We're not going to be including his movie Sunny that he directed. Not Never on Tuesday that he has like a cameo in. Like none of those movies. Just ones that Nicolas Cage is either the main protagonist or is there present with the main protagonist the
or
entire
an antagonist.
movie. Or antagonist. Yes, correct. Or antagonist. Absolutely. With that said, though, I do have a couple of fun little tidbits for Nicolas Cage, if you will. Not necessarily fun facts, but instead a list of some movies and roles that Nicolas Cage was supposed to have and didn't take. Because I love thinking about what roles Nicolas Cage could have fucking had, baby. So first off, Aragorn from Lord of the Rings.
That is
Fellowship
so
of the
weird.
Ring.
I did not know that.
He dropped out of running to play Aragorn when he learned that Peter Jackson planned to spend several years in New Zealand shooting the trilogy. So he couldn't commit to multi-years in NZ. But we could have had Nicolas Cage as Aragorn.
I'm so glad we didn't. Holy fuck.
Neo.
I'm so glad.
Neo from The Matrix
I mean, that makes sense.
was being shot too far from home in Australia. Shrek from the hit movie Shrek.
Wait.
Reportedly turned down the offer to be the voice of Shrek, reportedly because he could not picture himself as something ugly. He later revealed that he just did not want to look like an ogre.
I am so glad he was not in Shrek.
The Wrestler from 2008. reportedly stepped away from the role because he did not think that he could achieve the look of a steroid-abusing wrestler. Believably so. I don't think he'd be able to either. Mickey Rourke was...
the cast. He was the cast.
Absolutely. Green Goblin in Spider-Man of 2002. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. Actually kind of want that. I actually kind of wanted that.
Well, it is the Spider-Verse. He is canonically a part of the Spider-Verse.
He is.
So
yeah, dude.
Maybe in one version he is the Green Goblin.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah,
that's my headcanon.
There's no notes for why he turned that one down, but there are some ones for movies that not necessarily he didn't turn down, but movies that just didn't come to fruition, including Superman, as we all have heard about, his potential role as
his best role.
His best role just
in the Flash,
thrown to the wind.
The Flash.
Yeah,
his best role is in the Flash.
Exactly. The movie Batman Triumphant that never came to be, where he was supposed to play a scarecrow. Know what? Yeah,
I'd like to see that actually.
Yeah,
I'd like to see him as a scarecrow. I will say the scarecrow we got in the Christopher Nolan movies, though.
Good scarecrow, man. Good.
And
scarecrow.
I like him in Dark Knight Rises. Actually. When he just like comes in all of a sudden, he's like a fucking judge and everybody's following him.
So fucking good.
That like totally like was probably one of the most comic book moments for that movie specifically.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
John Bender from The Breakfast Club. You know the.
Okay. Yeah.
All
right. Sure.
Joel Goodson from Risky Business. You know, sliding in with the button-up T-shirt, playing air guitar.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's so funny to think about him in some of these roles because like Homeboy had a skull at like starting back when he was 22.
Willy Wonka in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
That would be really creepy.
Harry Dunn in Dumb.
Welcome.
That would be awful. Harry Dunn.
Welcome to the Chocolate Factory.
From Dumb and Dumber. Apparently, Jim Carrey specifically asked for Nicolas Cage to play this part, and he turned it down. He was supposed to potentially be John Constantine in the movie Constantine.
Thank you, Keanu Reeves.
Thank you, Keanu Reeves. Charlie Chaplin went to Robert Downey Jr. instead, but Nicolas Cage could have played that. And then lastly, Bobby Shatford from The Perfect Storm. Nicolas Cage was supposed to be the main character in The Perfect Storm. But that went to Mark Wahlberg instead. Marky Mark.
I fucking hate him.
Racist piece of shit, dude, for real, man. Like, fuck that guy. I'm a cop sucks. In Boston.
He's always a cop. I got forced to watch Steven Confidential or whatever the fuck it was called. The Netflix movie. Like
Steve
with an
Continental.
Yeah. Like, dude, that movie sucks. That movie is bad.
Yeah. But Shooter is good.
Shooter is like one of his peak roles in my opinion.
Peak fucking moments in Hollywood, man. I'll tell you what. Well, guys, let's go ahead and fucking do the thing. Devin, my friend, we have our listy list here. And I need you to tell me, what is the first Nicolas Cage movie you're putting on this fucking list, man?
Raising Arizona.
Oh, shit. All right.
That's probably one of his best movies he's ever done. Like, let's be real.
Period. Absolutely. Yeah. Fucking good movie, man. How long has it been since you've seen that?
Like 5 or 6 years since I last watched it.
Okay.
I do kind of want to watch it again, actually.
Good movie. It's a good movie, man. Yeah.
I should have watched it before this podcast, to tell you the truth.
So what makes this a top 10 Nicolas Cage for you?
This is just one of his best like character performances, honestly. This is like one of his most like or his least Nicolas Cage roles. Does that make any sense?
Sure.
Like you actually it like in a lot of movies it's like Nicolas Cage being Nicolas Cage doing this job. right?
Right.
This is like solely a character that he acted the fuck out of, in my opinion, especially for the context of the movie. So that's why I think it's my number one to put on here, because I feel like it's one of the most important movies he's done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I like it, my friend. Well, I think the one that I'm going to make sure is second on this list here, because I mean, this movie is a goddamn classic. Like, I mean, for a long time, like, people were referencing this movie, making fun of this movie, talking about this fucking movie historically. But
He's
Gone,
got like 2 of those.
yeah, I know, right? Gone in 60 Seconds, I feel,
Oh shit.
is
That wasn't
definitely
even two of the ones I was thinking of.
Oh,
that people reference all the time
no,
too.
there are some older ones as well. I mean, Vampire's Kiss is not going to make this list, but like
No, but my next one is like it would be a crime not to put on.
for sure. Gone in 60 Seconds is like one of his best fucking dramatic ish roles. You know what I mean? I mean, like, like this, him playing as a retired car thief is one of the dopest fucking ideas ever. Because never have I ever felt that Nicolas Cage does like a good action hero in that extent. But being a good car thief, he plays fucking well. Like, surprisingly well. He had this weird suave sort of like I'm the man aura about him, and it fucking worked, dude.
It's because he looks like a car thief.
He looks like a car thief, man. For real.
Like, he just does. He just does.
Dude,
Just
Jag
looks
and
like a
Shaq.
car
Yeah,
thief.
man. I used to watch it a lot when I was a kid as well, dude. Like that. There's something about that movie, dude. There's just something about it. Devin, what is the third movie that needs to be on this list, my friend? What's the next one that you have to have on here?
Fucking Face Off.
Face fucking off, baby. God
Nicolas
damn,
Cage
that's a
and
movie.
John Travolta.
Are you
Come
fucking
on.
kidding me, dude? This movie's so good.
Yeah.
Here's the deal too, right? And like, as we're talking about Nicolas Cage movies, the premise here is that like none of his movies I feel like are perfect. They're not perfect. He has some movies that are so bad they're good.
And this is Face Off.
And this is Face Off. That is 100% Face Off.
Yes.
That movie, for all like looking at it from like an objective, critical standpoint, I guess not objective, but from a critical standpoint, Face Off is like movie shit, right? But like this is just one of the. It's like Die Hard. Like Die Hard is not technically that great, but it's phenomenal. You know what I mean? So I don't fucking blame you here, man. Well, what about Face Off is it for you, my friend? Why does that hit as peak Nicolas Cage for you?
I think the first time I watched that movie, I was like 12 years old, 13 maybe. And I just like the whole, you couldn't tell who it was for a little while.
Uh-huh.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yeah,
the whole
dude.
back and forth. Like, as like 13-year-old Devin, that was like, I've been watching a lot of Gundam Wing, that a lot of other Gundam shows, like it's really political and stuff like that. And then this movie, I think it's like right when I started watching like all the 80s action movies too, So it was just like an era of my life, and I was like, oh,
Dude,
like I think
man.
I went from watching, stuff like Die Hard like right away. And then
Right.
Face Off.
Right,
And then
right.
another movie, which I'm sure you're about to mention here very soon. And then
I'm sure.
Just like Full Metal Jacket. Just that, like I watched all that shit around that time.
Predator, like all those hit,
Yeah.
like old school, like action movie. Oh, dude, fucking what a good time, man! And John Travolta being in this movie too is just like the icing on the fucking cake, man. Like who would have ever thought, like seeing John Travolta now and Nicolas Cage now, and thinking, hey, wouldn't it be great to have a movie where both of these guys are facing off against each other? That exists. There's this world that exists in this world, and it's literally called Face Off. Like,
Yeah.
so fucking good, man. Devin, I don't know. Is it time? Is it time? Like, we absolutely have to put this movie on here. We know that.
Yeah, it has to be.
It has to be on here, and I think it's time we talk
Yeah.
about Con Air. guys. Con Air. Holy shit, that hair, dude. The hair alone in Con Air is just mwah. Like, are you like Nicolas Cage with this flowy, ridiculously beautiful, long shoulder length hair? In a movie in which he's kicking so much ass, along with so many other fucking actors in that movie that were kicking so much fucking ass. Con Air was fucking money, dog. I mean, like, we're talking movies that had like really good action set pieces, like Rambo and shit. This fucking movie was one of them, man. I mean, you tell me the pretense of like an airplane carrying a bunch of like highly dangerous prison mates to a high like protective facility, and he's stuck on a plane with them. Yeah, no, that sounds like a sick fucking movie to me. If you like entire movie on like a fucking like highly secured fucking airplane. Sign me the fuck up, dude. I'm here for it. I'm here for it, man. Any day of the week. Devin,
Hell yeah.
What is the fifth movie on this list, my friend? What do you need to have on here for top 10?
Dude, I feel like I never hear anybody talk about this movie, but I remember watching this movie randomly on Netflix back. God, I had to be like 17 or 18 years old at the time. It was like when Netflix digital like was like coming up. It was on the up and up. And I had the Xbox 360, and I think I was just homesick, and I was scrolling through, and I came across this movie in the horror section, and it's called Season of the Witch.
Oh my god, you're putting Season of the Witch on here, dude?
Yep. Yep.
Dude, okay, so firstly, turn your gain up just a little bit for me. Just a wee bit for me if you can. And Season of the Witch, dude. Why does Season of the Witch make top 10 for you?
Just because Ron Perlman's in it too. And and that last scene, the last like part of the movie, like his battle with the witch, was fucking cool. It was actually really cool, and it had like I was laughing at the movie being a horror movie because it wasn't, you know. It was just like sure. You know. And then the end, and then that last sequence happened when he fights the witch, and I was like, oh, this would be terrifying actually when you're just swinging at something like this with a fucking sword,
man.
You know.
Nicolas Cage in high fantasy, I thought was like the coolest shit as a fucking kid. The coolest fucking shit ever. Because this is the guy that like I've seen in a ton of movies as a kid, right? And I'm just like, yeah, this is cool. I know that guy. I've seen him in like this movie. As an adult, it's still fucking cool, baby.
I have something really funny to admit about this.
Okay.
I didn't even know that it was a Nicolas Cage movie when I watched it originally. And it took me like probably like 20, 30 minutes of watching the movie before I went, oh, fuck, that's Nicolas Cage. Because I was just sick and I was just looking for stuff to watch. And I was like, oh, Crusaders, medieval war, a witch, werewolves. Let's go, you know.
Dude, for real, man. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I can take that though. I can take Season of Witch. That's a good
I'm not
pick.
saying it's gonna be at the top of the list. I just thought it deserved to be on the list.
For sure. 100%. I got you, dog. Okay, so we've gotten 5. And I need to make sure that I'm picking very carefully. Because if we miss some movies that need to be on this list, I'll never fucking forgive myself. You know what I mean? I have to make sure. All right, I'm fucking doing it, baby. National fucking Treasure deserves to be on this goddamn list, Devin. Any fucking... Listen, I know this is a controversial take. People are going to think, National Treasure, top 10 Nicolas Cage movies? Are you fucking kidding me? And I say, yes. Absolutely fucking yes. I've watched this movie a million goddamn times over in my fucking lifetime. There is nothing cooler than someone saying, I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence, and they make a fucking movie about it. It like, it was kids Indiana Jones. And it was fucking magnificent. Are you joking? Like, yes, there's some shit about it that is like, you know what I mean? But it's Nicolas Cage. And all the shit that was like, wasn't Nicolas Cage's fault. He actually does a fucking good job in these movies. He does a fucking good job in these movies. The issues was Disney. It was the Disney writers that were having some fucking issues. But this movie, especially the first one, man. Especially the fucking first one, man. That's a fucking Hollywood classic. That's a goddamn national treasure.
He says that's a fucking.
That's a fucking. That's exactly.
Yeah. It, yeah. No. I agree. It does need to be out there. We grew up with that. We like those movies.
Man,
as kids.
I can't. I would just never fucking forgive myself if I didn't put that on there, man. Fucking fight me about it, guys. Fight me about it. Devin, our number 7. Movie that we need to put on here, my friend. What is next that you need to have in the top 10 Nicolas Cage list?
I'm gonna go with an instant cult classic film that came out, less than actually about 5 years ago now. About 5 years ago.
Yep.
Mandy.
God damn it. I fucking hate that you're putting this on here. Devin, why is Mandy a top 10 Nicolas Cage movie for you?
It's a revenge story, like straight up. And he goes against some wild enemies and in the most brutal way. And it's got 80s written all over it, stylizing. And it's just a classic revenge story of just that goes in some weird directions. It's just got some. If you like old like 80s like action movies like Conan, and you like horror, like classic horror, like Friday the 13th, and like Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and you took all of that and blended it together, that's what this movie is.
I'll agree. I mean, like it's not often that Nicolas Cage does a horror thriller. We saw that kind of in Wicker Man, and that was not as a good of a time. Not the bees. Fuck that movie, dude. But Mandy, I do. Even though I'm not crazy fond of Mandy, personally,
that movie got a lot of recognition.
Well, that's what I mean is like, even though I personally didn't like the taste of it myself, I do also recognize that it is a good Nicolas Cage movie. Like, it is well made. He does a phenomenal job in it. It's just not. It's that level of like over the top that like I don't personally like enjoy a whole lot in like thriller and horror stuff. But Nicolas Cage, again, this is another example. That's not Nicolas Cage's fault. He was fine in this. Like, he did a great job of this fucking movie. It was just everything else around it. I was kind of like, hey, not for me. You know what I mean? Not for me.
Yeah. And like it got a must-see Metacritic award with an 82. And it also it's got a 7 out of 10 from users as well.
Yeah, so. Yeah, no, absolutely. I'll take that. I can allow that to be on this list for sure. But that's number 7. There's 3 movies that I have left that I feel like have to be on this list to some extent or another, and I'm hoping one of them you pick. I'm hoping that one of them you put on here.
I think I have that one. And just to give you that idea, we talked about it earlier.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Then I can move into. Well, technically, I have 4 movies, but one of them I'm like, I don't know if it's an honorable mention to me.
If you get to the last 2 and you can't decide, I can help you decide.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Which one's more important?
Okay. Well, then let me throw this down then, because I do feel that.
Do the one that you think has to be there right now.
I'm gonna do one of the ones that I don't think that you'll mention, because I do feel like it should be here. But there's a good chance that you're gonna mention one of the other three, if not two of the other three, as we get to number 10, right? So I'm putting Knowing on this list.
I don't think I've seen Knowing. Actually.
Knowing is a fucking movie. So he in Knowing, he plays a pretty much an astrophysicist that finds out that a little girl has predicted the end of the world. And she
That
does
sounds
this.
tight.
She does this because she has like numerically put down the dates and locations, like coordinates for every major world event that has like killed a bunch of people, even though she hasn't been alive for like any of them, and then puts like the remaining three horrible world events at the end of this list, and he has to try to predict what these things are going to be, until it leads to it being the end of the fucking world. And this movie was fucking bonkers, dude. But it's especially good because there's a fat fucking twist at the end of this movie that is just mind-bending. Something you don't typically get in a Nicolas Cage movie. But this movie hits... You know, there was that, like, era of, like, early 2000s, like between like 2002 and like 2010, where movies were giving and giving and giving and giving, and there was like a whole bunch of like low-key sleeper movies that were in there. This was one of them. This was fucking one of them. And if you watched it, you'd have a fucking good time, my friend. I'll tell you what. So yeah, because I didn't think you were going to mention this one, I had to put this on here.
Yeah, sure. I haven't seen that. Yeah, I feel like I need to watch this.
It's
I like the idea of it.
Fucking cool movie, my friend. All right, Devin, what is our number 8 that we need to have on here? Actually,
well,
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Our number 9 that we need to have on here.
I'm having a problem now because now I'm trying to decide between like 3 or 4 movies.
You see what I'm going
I kind of want to lay these out and have you help me pick the most important one, because that's where I feel like we've kind of gotten, you know. So we need to have our conversation about this now,
I think we need to lay down what we think are the final 2 that need to be on this list, for like that we know off the top of our heads can be on this list. And then for the last couple, we can maybe switch some things out if we feel like move some stuff to the honorable mentions list, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna lay out a few because I need some help deciding my final pick here.
Okay. Okay.
So I got a few that we need to talk about here. Obviously, there's Kick-Ass, because that's the closest you're gonna get to see a Nick Cage be Batman.
Kick-Ass is one of mine.
Wind Talkers.
Ooh. Okay.
I forgot about that movie until I saw it on this list, and I was like, "Holy shit, that is actually a really good movie."
That is a good movie. Yes. Not on my list. So.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it until just now, and I was like, "Oh my god, he is fucking in that. He's the main character." Right. You know.
Now here, let me do us a solid here. Let me put in my last 2 and see if maybe they match up with your last 2. Okay.
Okay.
So I have Pig.
Yep.
And The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
See, I haven't actually seen that yet.
Okay. So that's the thing.
I have heard good things, though.
That movie's fucking incredible, man. I'll tell you what. So I mean, it really depends. Okay, so what 2 of these 4 movies? Actually, you said you had a 4th movie, and it sounds like it doesn't match up with My Unbearable Weight.
Yep.
What's that 4th one?
It's not a good movie, but I love it.
Okay. All right.
Ghost Rider.
Stop it. No, I will end this episode right now. Ghost Rider does not touch this top 10 list. God damn it. Okay, so we'll pretend that movie isn't fucking So
Okay. How about this one though?
So
Lord of War.
What was that?
Lord of War.
That is a good movie. That almost made my fucking list, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Instead of Ghost Rider.
I would accept that. For sure.
Because that would be the real one.
So it sounds like we both agree that Pig and Kick-Ass are supposed to be on this list as well. It sounds like we both had that understanding there. We were both in that lane. Now, the question is, are there any of these 10 we have here that we feel should be traded out for Lord of War and the unbearable weight of massive talent?
I would rebuke my Mandy claim to put Wind Talkers on there, actually.
Okay.
Because I think we both forgot about how good that movie was.
Is it 2 words or 1 word for that? Can't remember.
Let me look. I'm gonna search it.
Sure. Yeah, I'll put it as 2 for now. No, I think it's 1 now that I'm looking
at it. It's one.
Yeah, now that I'm looking at it. Okay. Well, you'll trade that out. I feel like I would be willing to trade Knowing for the unbearable weight.
Okay.
Because this Knowing's good. Unbearable weight of massive talent is like extravagant. Like this movie is nuts how fucking good that is. It's not quite Pig to me, but it's fucking solid, dude. And now let's see here. Do we want to trade out for Lord of War? I think we got a solid list here.
I think we do too.
I think we have a solid list here.
I think Lord of War can stay in honorable mentions.
Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. Lord of War gets honorable mentions today for top 10 Nicolas Cage movies. With that said, Devin, we now have to rank our list, my friend. So firstly, what is going to be number 10? What is the number 10 of our top 10 Nicolas Cage movies?
Season of the Witch.
Agreed. Sure.
Yeah.
I think we both had a pretty mutual understanding that movie like was literally only cool because it's Nicolas Cage in high fantasy, right? Like,
there's some cool parts in that movie, and I felt like they did the set pieces pretty well, and the costumes designed really well in that movie, which does kind of carry it, and the CGI wasn't terrible either. So
hold on,
there was some good production behind it.
Hear me out.
The writing, though. Yeah.
Right. Hear me out, though. Is Season of the Witch better than Lord of War?
Why you do this?
Right? You know what I'm saying? Because I looked at it, I was like, fuck, is that better than Lord of the War? Is that better than Lord of War? Like, I don't know, man. What do you think? Should we trade that out? Do you think we should trade that out?
I'm thinking, though, like, the climax of that movie is good.
It is. But Lord of War is pretty consistently good across the board. But it's also not perfect either. Like, it has, like, as far as a, like, drama piece, like, it has some inconsistencies, too. You know what I mean?
I think the high fantasy kind of tropes it because there's already so many kinds of movies like Lord of War on this list.
Okay, fair. That's a fair argument. We diversify our, products here. Yeah, I like it. Okay.
I mean, we could replace Season of the Witch with Willy's Wonderland. Honestly, though, it's just he doesn't have a single fucking line. All he does is like fight demonic animatronic monsters and drinks cola. And he just drinks cola.
Fucking chance, dude. No fucking shot in that movie. That
What
fucking
about
movie, dude.
Renfield though? What about Renfield?
Renfield is good, and he does an amazing job in that movie. It's just not a top
Is
10.
it
Renfield
better than
doesn't.
Season of the Witch though?
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
And it fills that fantasy horror category too.
Oh shit, huh? Oh man.
Because I think it is
I
actually.
think Renfield is better. You might be right. You might be onto something, man. Are
I
we
think
are
it
we
still
getting
belongs. I would still put it number 10, but I do think that is actually better than Season of the Witch.
Yeah. Yeah, big agree. Big agree. Wow,
Yeah.
this who would have thought Nicolas Cage top 10 would be so controversial, man? Like this
I,
is wild this discussion.
listen, if we're if you're like coming at us like, hey, you guys already made your choices. Now you have to live with it. He's been in like 100 movies.
He's been in a lot of fucking movies, man. A lot of them, man. I mean, like, just us having to talk top 10, like, this is hard. This isn't easy. He's got a lot of
No.
good movies, too. Like,
I still haven't seen Sympathy for the Devil or The Old Way, and that came out this year.
yeah, I mean, Sympathy for the Devil's okay. It hits like a Martin Scorsese.
That
Like,
means
what?
I like that shit.
No, yeah, no, I mean, like, it's
Ooh,
good.
I want to see
Like,
that new movie though. That new movie with Leo that's coming out.
I don't know, man. I've seen too many
Flowers of the
trailers
Dead
for it.
Moon.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I mean, like it doesn't look that great to me personally. I've got a weird bitter
I heard
taste
the
in my
book
mouth
is.
with-
I heard the book is really good.
I've heard the book is good too, but no, what I do want to see, and actually we can talk about this briefly because it's Nicolas Cage. He has a new movie coming out this year called Dream Sequence that looks fucking dope. Have you heard about this?
No.
So it's an A24 movie. So already put me in that lane, dog. But he's playing a like college professor that people all around the world keep seeing in their dreams. So he becomes famous because everyone recognizes him as this guy who keeps showing up in their dreams just randomly. Like he's just there in their fucking dreams and he becomes famous for it. It looks fucking good, dude. Like, I'm fucking here for that wave, man.
That feels like some Don't Look Up vibes type of movie.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
Dude, fucking sign me up, man. Okay, Devin, what is our number 9? What do we think goes to number 9 here?
Ooh, I haven't seen it yet, so I'm just gonna have to say Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Oh no, dude. Unbearable Weight's a top 5, maybe top 6.
I haven't seen it yet, so I don't have
Oh
any.
man, like it it's hard to explain because you haven't seen it. It is like around pig rankings of like how good this movie is.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking good, man. I would argue that either Gone in 60 Seconds or National Treasure is number 9.
I say Gone in 60 Seconds and then National Treasure at 8.
Okay. 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 Yeah, I like that. I like the way that sounds actually. That does sound
I
good.
enjoy National Treasure more as a movie
Yeah,
personally.
me too.
Like
Me too.
I'd be quicker to watch that again than watch Gone in 60 Seconds personally.
Yeah, me too. That's a fair point. Okay, well we have 10, 9, 8, and 7. Number 6.
Why is Kick-Ass still down there?
Oh, actually, yeah, you're right. That's true.
Yeah, we're deciding
Not bad.
number 6 right now.
Not bad.
Um,
There we go. Okay. So number 6. I'm thinking Face Off.
yeah, I'd go with that.
Yeah. Okay. Because like it's a good action movie. It's not a good enough movie to be facing up against some of these others here. Okay. Now we're like in the hard shit. We're in the hard shit now.
Again, I haven't seen it, so I'm gonna have to put Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent at 5 because I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I'll let you get top 5, but I haven't seen it yet, so I can't give it a good ranking.
Yeah, good. Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. Um, Tell you what, because I do feel like it's better than Con Air. So I would say let's do Con Air than Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
I'll concede to that
Okay.
because the other three movies are way more important.
Yeah, and I mean like and Con Air again, it's like it's a good, fun action movie. But I don't think it like it's good in the way that Die Hard is good, right? And
Hmm.
so it's not necessarily perfect. It's just an action movie, and it's definitely a '90s action movie. So it's
Hmm.
like that means something, you know. Okay, so we're left with Raising Arizona, Wind Talkers, and Pig. And
I like where it is personally.
I don't know, dude. Pig's
I
Pig's good. Pig's good.
the I would be okay with putting Pig number two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Like I said, Raising Arizona is probably one of his best character roles that he's actually ever done.
Yeah.
Like as
Yeah.
in like believing him as not Nicolas Cage.
Right. Sure. Sure. Man. I think I could concede to this. But man, see here's my thing though is
Because every other movie on this list besides probably Renfield,
yeah,
he is just Nicolas Cage.
for sure, for sure. Um
He's just Nicolas Cage being Nicolas Cage who happens to have this background in every other movie.
my
He's
problem
even like that in Pig though. He
no for
is.
for sure and like Pig is good is as good as it is for way more reasons than just Nicolas Cage, right? Like
Yeah.
he makes that role as good as it is because it's Nicolas Cage, but also the rest of the movie is just fucking phenomenal. So like that, like I can deal with Pig being at number two. My juggle that I'm having here is whether or not Unbearable Weight is better than Wind Talkers, because Wind Talkers is good and it's a good war movie. But I'm telling you, man, you need to fucking watch Unbearable Weight. Like like
I haven't
the
seen it.
like
Yeah.
like like oh man, it's just Pablo Pascal and just like the whole
So this is like it's gonna be like a month and a half before this happens. I'm just waiting for Black Friday,
uh
but I decided I'm gonna buy a 65 or a 70-inch TV to put in my living room because I have the space for it, or maybe even like a 75. I'm gonna get a big old TV. I'm
sure
gonna slap
sure
that shit on the
sure
wall. When that happens, your ass is gonna come over and watch that movie with me.
yeah okay. I think this has to be number three, man. I think it has to be number three.
Mm.
Like this movie's
Yeah.
so good, dude. Like this movie's so fucking good, man. Raising Arizona is definitely number one, and
Hmm.
I will give that to you. That is definitely his best movie that he's ever done. Especially with him being the main character, it's the best movie he's
Hmm.
ever done. Would you secede to Unbearable Weight at number three?
Yeah. I'll do it.
Okay,
I'll do it.
okay. War movie is war movie. You know what I mean? Like and that,
Yeah.
like that. That's where I'm kind of like
I
juggling
I
that.
like I like the conversations they had in that movie though. Like it
Of
was,
course.
it like it's not a hoorah war movie. It's a fuck. Why am I doing this war movie?
Right. And I mean, like, and we talk about this all the time too with our top tens. It's like none of these are bad, and that's why we have like trouble ranking these, because it's like all of these are good. We love all of these movies, but like it's where do we put them as like prioritizations of like telling you guys at home, this is a, like, if you were asking us our
Hmm.
top 10 like Nicolas Cage movies for you to watch, this is it. I would be befuddled to say that Wind Talkers is better than, Pig, or better than Raising Arizona. Like no, absolutely not.
Hmm.
Those belong where they belong there, because if you watch these in order, it's gonna get better every fucking movie. Renfield deserves to be at number 10. Like,
It might feel
sure.
weird going from Renfield to Gone in 60 Seconds, though.
It might feel a little bit funky.
Yeah.
Yeah, going from
But it won't go.
2023 to
Yeah, it won't be that way from going from Gone in 60 Seconds to National Treasure.
Exactly.
Honestly, you should watch those two movies one day, and then you should watch Renfield and Kick-Ass one day.
Yeah, that's fair. Kick-Ass feels way beyond its time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does. It really, really. The production on that movie was fucking extravagant.
Aaron Taylor Johnson, too.
Absolutely,
When
man.
he was really young.
Yeah, dude. Feels good, man. Well, Devin, we have officially our top 10 Nicolas Cage movies. At number 10, we have Renfield. Number 9, Gone in 60 Seconds. Number 8, National Treasure. Number 7, Kick-Ass. Number 6, Face Off. Number 5, Con Air. Number 4, Wind Talkers. Number 3, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Number 2, Pig. And number 1, Raising Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
This is a fucking good list, man. I would go back and rewatch these as just like a Nicolas Cage marathon. The question is, would I ever do a Nicolas Cage marathon? Answer's probably no. But you know what I mean? Like,
because you still need to play Guardians of the Galaxy, you motherfucker. That game won Best Narrative, and you still haven't played it, which is baffling.
I know. As someone that loves narrative-driven games, you're right.
I know.
Like, you're right.
Like,
You're
what the
100% right. It gives more now than I'm like giving it
I've
credit
played
for.
the games you tell me to play.
Right, dude. Yeah, man. Well, Devin, it feels good to have us a nice Nicky Cage list here, my friend, and I'm glad that you guys at home have been able to join us for this as well. In the meantime, we can go ahead and talk about our schedule for the rest of this week, Devin. Let me pull this up here. There we go. Guys, on Tuesday, Cardboard King. I still haven't finished Guardians either, but at least I started it. There you go. He's got further than I did. On Tuesday, we have another Good Kraken podcast where we're going to be talking about the game revival conversation. We're in the world where Phantom Liberty for Cyberpunk is right around the corner, just days away. We live in a world where No Man's Sky has made a comeback. We live in a world where Fallout 76 is actually a good game now. We live in a world where Final Fantasy 14 didn't flop. And we're going to be talking about whether or not that makes us happy, or if we absolutely need games to be good when they actually hit fucking shelves. We're going to be talking about that on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern time. Please come in, hang out with us for that. On Thursday, we have another Shipwreck show. As per usual, if you are on our Discord channel and you are a Twitch subscriber, you can write into Shipwreck submissions there in our Discord and ask us any question that you want, and we will give you the fucking absolute worst advice you have ever heard. Like your drunk aunt. We are your drunk aunt. Giving you just terrible advice. You're like, Auntie, this girl cheated on me, and your aunt's just like, suck his dick.
The fuck?
That's us. That's us on Shipwreck Show.
Fuck?
We're your drunk fucking weird aunt, dude.
That's you on Shipwreck Show.
All right, I'll take it. You know what I mean? Like, that's fair. I mean, Jack still agrees though. Jack doesn't think that I'm necessarily off. The train,
because
you know what
it's
I mean?
you. Because you host the show and act like that.
Touche, Devin.
You always laugh at your own jokes to the point you cry.
Dude, it was funny. The bicycle thing was fucking
You
funny,
are the
man.
drunk aunt. You are the drunk aunt.
I am the drunk aunt, man.
You sip your wine and then you're like,
Yeah, I saw Def Leppard. Let's go. Next Friday, we have another Splash Damage gameplay stream where DJ is going to be playing Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty, and one of us will be joining him for that. It'll either be me or Garrick coming in to hang out with him for that. We're still kind of figuring that out, but what you mainly need to know is that DJ is going to be playing it, and he's going to be clicking a lot of fucking heads because DJ is good at that. He is very, very good at that. And then Saturday, we have another Good Kraken podcast where we will be reviewing The Creator.
I'm stoked.
A movie that we've been pretty excited about for a while because this is going to be a sleeper hit This movie is going to be a sleeper hit. Like, we can feel it in our loins, Devin.
Yeah, I don't predict it being like crazy at box office, but I think it's going to be critically acclaimed.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, big time agree. I feel like this movie is going to, like, not a lot of people are hearing about it because the marketing is being a little bit weird. But this is going to be
because
one
of
of
the writer's strike and the actor's strike. That's why.
This movie is going to be one of those things that we're going to, like, watch and be like, holy fuck. Like, this, you know, like when like Surrogate came out, you remember that? Bruce Willis? It was like that.
Yeah.
Or like iRobot, you know what I mean?
I think it's more iRobot vibes.
Yeah, where like, and I don't mean like the basis of the movie. I mean the concept of like it being dope as fuck and like nobody gave a shit.
Dude, I feel like every time I've watched iRobot, I think I like it more. Same with like Edge of Tomorrow. Like Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh, agree, dude. Big time fucking agree,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, for sure, dude. Well, guys,
You know they're making a sequel to that now?
The Edge of Next Week. Is that what it's gonna be called? The Edge.
I don't know.
The Edge of next year.
The Edging.
The Edging. The Edge. Edge of.
With Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt.
Oh God, dude, that's wild. Anyways, guys, please let us know what your top 10 Nicolas Cage movies are. Let us know if you think our list was solid, and let us know if you think that we're out of our fucking minds. You can tell us on Twitter,
Arnell is.
Discord, Instagram. I definitely am.
He's the drunk ant.
And let us know if you think that Renfield deserved to be at number 10 or not. We will hear from you guys there as per usual. This has been the Good Kraken Podcast, your choice for all the nerdy video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you wanted to hear live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturdays at 12 p.m. right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show. If you enjoyed the show, you can head on over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics, get exclusive content, and soon have early access episodes before they go live on podcast and video services across the digital sea. Yeah, that's what pirates say, my friend. You can also.
I watched One Piece.
You can. You can also support us by going to our YouTube channel, clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken with an exclamation mark and leaving a review there. We have to get going, everybody. But until next time, my friends, not the bees! Not the bees!
What the hell is even that?
No, not the bees! A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I love that movie. Bye, guys.